Hi guys, nice to see you again. Um, this is the lesson plan for this week, continuing on from the shapes one that we started last week. So last week we spoke about 2 and 3D shapes, and this week we're going to review some of the terminology or the words that we use to describe shapes. Okay, just give you a couple of definitions here that you have in your notes. Um, so curved is a line that's not straight or an object that's not flat. So you can see that line there, it's curvy, okay? Not straight. And then we have straight, a line or edge which has no curves is straight, so the opposite, straight across, nice straight line there. Side, when we're talking about shapes and the number of sides that they have, it's the lines in a 2D shape. Okay, so here's a rectangle, we've got a side here, got another one here, another one here, and another one here. Okay, so usually when you're talking about sides, you're talking about 2D shapes, flat shapes. Okay, let's move on down a little bit to face. Now, a face is one of the surfaces of a 3D shape, okay, three-dimensional shape. So I have a little cube that we made earlier. You'll be making these as well. Okay, so the flat surfaces like this bit or this bit or this bit, they're faces, okay? This square base pyramid here would have 5 faces. The one on the bottom, the one here, the one here, the one behind here, and the one behind here. 5 faces there, okay? Corners, when 2 or more edges meet, or 2 or more sides meet, we call it a corner. So here is a 2D shape. It's flat, it's a triangle. It's got 3 corners, one here, one here, one here. So when the sides meet, corner. This over here is a cube. It's a 3D shape. Oh no, don't tell me my words is going to freeze. We'll give it a second, hopefully it'll come back. It's a 3D shape, there it is. Okay, so it's got height, width, and length, okay? It's got 8 corners. It's got one here, one here, one here, one here, one at the back here, another one at the back, another one here, and then one down there at the back that you can't see, okay? So that's when the faces are coming together, or the edges are coming together, I should say. These edges are coming together here, this one and this one up here, make that vertex, okay, or corner. An angle, okay. Angles we haven't spoken about much, but let's just talk about them briefly. It's a little bit hard to see this, but an angle is made when 2 straight lines cross or meet each other at a point. Okay, so one line here and another line here. They meet in the middle, okay? And you can measure the size of the angle by figuring out how much one line has turned, okay, in rotation to the other. So you can either measure this angle in here, which is the amount that this line has moved from this line going that way, or you can measure this one here on the other side. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but for the definition of an angle, it doesn't matter which way you look at it. So there's another one here. This one here we call a right angle, 90-degree angle. That's what we like to have in our windows and doors and things like that. And that's another angle there. Okay, won't talk too much about angles as yet. A vertex. The vertex of a shape is the point at which 2 or more edges meet. So very similar to corners. So here we have this edge, this edge, and this edge, all combined, all meeting up in one point called a vertex. More than one vertex are called vertices. All right. Okay, so that's the terminology. Last one, sorry, an edge. Okay, an edge is where 2 faces meet in a 3D shape. So again, this face and this face meet at this edge. Okay. Okay. And there are a couple of examples here. Okay, so the rectangle that we have here, that's it here, the blue rectangle, has 4 sides and 4 corners. In this case, the corners are all right angles or 90-degree angles. Okay, so here we've got side 1, 2, side 3, and side 4. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. Okay, and if we move down, hopefully we can. Yeah, the triangular prism here has 5 faces. Okay, so it's got one here, one underneath, one behind here. That's 3, and then the front one and the back one. 2 more is 5. It's got 9 edges. 1, 2, 3, 1 over here that you can't see going along that way. 4, 5, 6, and the same at the back, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 edges. And then it has 6 vertices. So the vertices are here, 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 one here, and then one down in the back corner there that you can't see because it's a 3D shape. Summary of the terminology, and hopefully you have a better idea of what they mean. You are hopefully getting a better understanding of what they mean by watching this video, and then when you make the nets, that will really help. Nets are 3D shapes. Let me just flick over here. Here's a net of a cube. Okay, so that's actually this shape, well, opened out flat. Okay, and part of your lesson this week is that you are going to be cutting out a number of these shapes. You cut along the dotted lines where they are there, or along the solid lines if there's no dotted line. Cut out those, okay? You fold along all the solid lines, okay, to turn it into your cube. And then these bits with the dotted lines, they're the flaps that you turn over. That's what you're going to glue, okay, so that you can actually turn it into a box, which is essentially what it is. Okay, so that's an example of a net. Just going back to our lesson plan. So the nets are 3D shapes which have been opened out, like I said, and as part of this lesson, we'll make 3D shapes from nets. I'm not going to do it in this recording because it would take forever. So I'll do 1 or 2 and send you separate videos. You will need a scissors and some glue or sellotape to do this at home, okay? So the nets that you'll have included in your pack that was sent out are a cube, a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, a cylinder, a triangular base pyramid, a square base pyramid, a pentagon base pyramid, and a cone. Okay. So watch the video, this video here, and have a go at making the nets afterwards. I will send you separate videos of a couple of those shapes. If you don't have time to do this, the video will help you understand what they are anyway, and you'll understand the terms and be able to answer the questions in the worksheets below. Okay. Okay, so the last part then, it's quite a long lesson this week, guys, so if you don't get to do all the nets, don't worry. What you've got here are some 2D shapes, and it's just the names, you don't get the pictures, okay? You have all the pictures from last week, so you should be fine on those. It's asking about the total number of sides, the number of straight sides, the number of curved sides, or you might call that a curved edge, and the number of corners. So let me flick over to the bottom of this as well. Yeah, number of corners, okay? In each of the shapes listed here, a square, a rectangle, a circle, a triangle, a pentagon, and a hexagon, okay? So you can give that a go. I'll just tell you off the top here. So the number of sides in a square, you know, is 4. Number of straight sides is 4. Now, if you had a cylinder, for example, or not a cylinder, rather a circle, you don't have straight sides in a circle. The number of curved sides, none in a square, and the number of corners in a square, you're going to have 4. Okay, so have a go at that, and then move on to the 3D shapes. And the 3D shapes have slightly different definitions or different properties, I suppose. So you're asked here for the number of straight edges, okay, straight edge. The number of curved edges, like this one, okay, can you see that? And cone. The number of corners, and then it asks, does it roll? Okay, so you can try that out, see if it does roll, or does it stack? Can you stack one on top of another? Okay, so you've got various different 3D shapes there. I'm just going to scroll down through them. You have a cube, a cuboid, a sphere, cylinder, and a triangular pyramid. Some of those you will have made, okay, so you'll have a good idea. And what do your results tell us about the shapes? Okay, just write down a little bit about what you observed. So there'll be certain kinds of shapes that will stack, no problem. Okay, and you'll notice they all have some similar properties. Certain types of shapes that will roll, excuse me, this will not roll very far. This one might. Will roll around in a circle. You can't see my table, but it would roll around in a circle. Okay, so again, they're clues. Think about the curved edges or the curved faces and the flat faces. Okay, and edges, flat, straight edges, I should say, or curved edges. So have a go at that, see how you get on. As I said, I will send you the video of making a net. I might actually send you ones from the web rather than me recording them, because it can take quite a long time. But I'll send you something anyway that will help you work on those. Okay, thanks guys. Have a go at it. Let me know how you get on, and I'll send corrections of last week's work that was sent on to me in the next day or two. Okay, bye.